Welcome to the Finance Committee. It's June 9th, 2026, and we have Counselor Anderson Burgos, who's the Ward 6 City Councilor. To my left is Counselor at-large Mike Sullivan, who is the Vice Chair of Finance. Nicole could not be here tonight, but she is supposed to Zoom in.
She is on Zoom.
She's Zoomed in?
Here.
Maybe I'm missing her on...
I'm here.
There she is, there she is. She just came up on this. And Megan McGrath-Smith is probably going to be a little late. So anyways, the other thing I'd like to do before we start is I'd like to thank, obviously, Jeff Anderson Burgos. I'd like to thank the interpreters, and I'd like to thank Holyoke Media, because we always seem, at least I always do it at the end, and sometimes at the end, it's off the screen. So I want to thank them in person ahead of time. So, and I'd like to read this motion to take a roll call vote that would, for the purposes of this meeting, would be applicable to all motions to remove an item from the table, place items on the table, package items, or suspend the rules unless there is an objection.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with item number 1, the minutes. Did anyone have any problems with, or like to hear a motion to take up the minutes?
Motion to take up the minutes and approve them as long as somebody don't have an objection.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
All right, thank you. And item number 2, can I hear a motion on item number 2?
Motion to take up item number 2 off the table.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this one is ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in the fiscal year 2026, $2,000 as follows, from energy, gas, oil, electric, $2,000, to overtime, $2,000. And we do have Laddie online, so Laddie, would you like to tell us a little bit about this? We do have, oh, there you are. We did get a message from you in case you couldn't get online, but you're there. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this?
Good evening, and thank you for the exception as I am away for a conference training. So there is a deficit in our current personnel overtime line for all the overtime work that has been presented throughout the city. And this move is especially for the hours that were serviced from our maintenance department, DPW, for one of our employees that covered 21 hours of overtime for our building. So we would like to bring that deficit to the positive by moving over $2,000 to also cover any future overtime that will be allocated between now and June that we already have listed for our department. The remainder of the deficit is being handled by the DPW department.
Excellent. Any questions?
Nope. Motion that we approve the transfer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next item. Thank you and have a good time. Have a good
Safe.
weekend. Okay. See if there's a pen on my desk.
Motion to take up item number 3.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, this is ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $25,000 as follows. From cannabis stabilization, $25,000 to solicitor legal, $25,000. And I believe City Solicitor Ball, is she on the line?
I am.
There you are. Okay. Lisa, you want to tell us a little bit about this transfer?
Yes, we need, we're a little short in our fund to pay our consultant and some legal fees that we owe. So I think this will get us through the end of the fiscal year. It might be a little bit more than we need, but just to be on the safe side, we wanted to go a little higher. So 25,000 should get us through with what we have remaining for the legal fees, and then again for the consultant that we're using for cannabis.
Okay. Questions, anybody?
No, I'd make a motion unless.
Mike, do you have
he
any
has
questions?
Oh, yeah. No? Okay. Motion to accept the transfer?
All those in favor?
Aye.
So
Aye.
moved. Thank you, Solicitor Ball.
Thank you.
Okay. Motion to take up item number 4.
Second. Oh, no. Motion to take up item number 4 off the table.
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Divine, ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $31,500 as follows. From pay volunteer, $13,000, pay part-time custodian, $4,000, for a total of $31,500. And that's to pay the, to pay nutritional director, $1,000, pay utility person, $1,000, pay overtime, $1,500, pay energy, gas, oil, and electric, and $25,000, and water and sewer, $15,000.
1,500.
1,500, thank you. And professional services, 500, motor vehicle fuel, 1,000, for a total of 31,500. And that's the Council on Aging. And is Neve? Is anybody here?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, see, I don't know why I'm not seeing you on the screen, but anyways, Neve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this?
Sure, yeah, this is just to shore up some of our lines. We're pulling from volunteer coordinator line, which somebody went to part-time hours during the course of the year, so we had extra there. Part-time custodian wasn't hired right at the beginning of the year, extra there. And drivers, we also had a transition, so we ended up with a little extra. The biggest part that we're transferring to is our energy line. And things have, this is probably, as Lisa just said about one of hers, this is probably a little more than we need, but I don't want to fall up short at the end of the year. So this should cover everything. But that's the biggest part of this.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? No? Nicole, any questions?
No.
Motion
Okay.
that we approve the transfer?
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Neve.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is take up item number 5.
Motion to take up item number 5 out of the table?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Order that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in the fiscal year 2026, $15,000 as follows. From pay city historian, $15,000, to energy, gas, oil, electric, $10,000, and R&M, $5,000. Repair and maintenance is R&M, and that is for Wisteria Hearst. And do we have somebody? Megan? Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. You want to tell us a little bit about your transfer?
Yeah, so our heating and electrical costs were higher than anticipated. We're hoping that this is more than we need, but we figured since we have the surplus with the city historian line that we would just try to apply it to that. And then we were hoping to get some upgrades to the building. We have 2 emergency leaks on the roof. So we're trying to get those shored up. So we thought that, I thought transferring that 5,000 could help cover some of that expense, if not all of it.
Okay. Well, we'll say some prayers. There's no rain coming or anything. Questions, anybody?
Motion to approve the transfer?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. You're all set. Thank you very much.
Motion-
Good luck.
You're welcome. Motion to take up item 6 off the table?
So moved. Ordered that there be and hereby appropriated by transfer in the fiscal year 2026, $68,600 as follows. From FICA Medicare, $65,000. From payroll specialist, $3,600, for a total of $68,600. To postage, $68,600. And is the treasurer here? I have a note, so I want to...
Can I amend my motion to add 7 and 8? So it takes,
Yeah,
is it, because it
Yeah.
looks like it's 6, 7, and 8 altogether.
yep, that's fine.
We can vote on them separately.
So the motion by Counselor Anderson Burgos is that we take items 6, 7, and 8
Can I get
up
a
as a
second?
package. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I just read item 6. Why don't I read, do you want me to read item 7?
7 and 8, yeah.
And then I also have a I haven't read it yet, just got it tonight, so let me go through this, and then I'll read from Rory Casey's letter. Item 7, ordered that there be and hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $500 as follows. From payroll specialist, $500 to overtime, $500. Then we have, item 8, ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in the fiscal year 2026, $25,000 as follows. From FICA Medicare, total of $25,000, to land court filings, $20,000, and registry of deeds, $5,000, for a total of $25,000. So I will, with your permission, I was going to read this. Rory's got it. The treasurer has it in items 6, 7, and 8. So let me read this. To the honorable members of the City Council Finance Committee, I regret that I am unable to attend this evening's meeting in person due to illness. While I hope to join via Zoom, I respectfully submit the following comments regarding items 6, 7, and 8 on tonight's agenda and request the committee's favorable recommendation. First one is item 6. That's the one for $68,600. This transfer is necessary to replenish the city's postage account and ensure sufficient funding is available to pay outstanding end-of-year invoices relating to tax bill mailings. During fiscal year 2026, postage expenditures have exceeded original budget projections due to increased mailing costs. Our current tax billing vendor has increased postage processing charges, and the United States Post Office has implemented multiple postage rate increases over the past year. These increases have significantly impacted the cost of mailing tax bills and other statutory notices required by law. The funding source for the transfer includes a surplus within the FICA/Medicare account. This account, that FICA is Social Security, I believe. This account has historically ended the fiscal year with available balances, excuse me, and we are projecting a similar surplus in FY 2026. Recognizing the trend, we reduced our FY27 budget request for this account. The remaining portion of the transfer is sourced from the payroll specialist salary line, where savings have been realized due to staffing turnovers and during the fiscal year. These funds are available for reallocation without impacting payroll operations. So is Rory on Zoom, or is he's not available? I don't see him on Zoom, so, and I do appreciate him writing this. So does anybody, again, have any questions on item 6? Counselor Sullivan?
Yeah, I would just make a few comments as we conclude our budget season. I have noticed that the line item for the FICA Medicare was reduced by $100,000, which just about matches up with what this transfer is. Historically, looking at over the last 3 years, it has been trending downward. It's probably one of the ones we should consider, not only because of this surplus, but projecting a future surplus as well based on the trends. The other thing I find a little bit concerning is the last line here, other statutory notices required by law. I don't know the exact number, but I believe at least 10% of that is related to the notices that were sent out about the zoning ordinances. And if we have vendors that are increasing their contract prices throughout the year, I think, although we can't hold this up tonight, it's another thing I think we really need to keep an eye on.
Okay.
Agreed.
I agree. Okay, so do I have a motion to accept the transfer? And then,
Motion.
again, what Counselor Sullivan said and
Yeah.
what Counselor Anderson Burgos agreed, when the treasurer comes in for the budget hearings, he hasn't been in yet, correct? That's when we can talk to him
Yeah.
about that. Okay, so all those in favor?
I motion. I have to make the motion to approve the transfer. Motion to approve the transfer.
Second,
All those in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. So now on to item number 7, that's a transfer of $5,000. This transfer is necessary to cover a small deficit relating to contractual overtime within the payroll division. The requested funding will ensure that all contractual obligations are met through the remainder of the fiscal year 2026. The transfer has been funded from payroll specialist salary line where savings had been realized due to staffing turnover during the fiscal year. As these funds are available and no longer needed for their original purpose, this transfer represents an appropriate reallocation of existing resources without requiring any additional appropriation. So I move it, we've already taken it off the table. Does anybody have any concerns?
I think, correct, did I hear you say 5,000? It's
500.
500.
Did I say 5,000?
I think so.
Okay, well, it's 500. Yeah, it's 500. So
Motion to approve the transfer?
Second,
all those in favor?
aye.
And we'll do the same thing if you have questions during budget time. Okay. Thank you. Okay, and now one more is, okay, this is item 8, transfer of $25,000. This transfer is necessary to continue the city's aggressive tax collection efforts and to provide sufficient funding for land court filings and registry of deeds recording expenses through the remainder of the fiscal year 2026. The Treasurer's Office has made significant progress in reducing delinquent tax accounts. During fiscal '25, the city had a total of 506 tax title accounts. Through aggressive collection efforts, close coordination with multiple city departments, and continued work within our tax title attorney, that number has been reduced to 341 accounts. We anticipate reducing the total by at least an additional 12 accounts before the close of 2026. Achieving these results requires substantial legal and administrative activities, including land court filings, title-related legal work, and the recording of numerous documents at the Hampden County Registry of Deeds. While these activities generate expenses, those costs are ultimately included in the final payoff amounts collected from delinquent property owners, allowing the city to recover a significant portion of its expenditures. A recent payoff illustrates the effectiveness of these efforts. Through coordinated work between our office and Tax Title Council, a long-standing delinquent account that has been in arrears since 2006 was brought to a successful resolution. The city collected $65,553 and 46 cents in outstanding taxes, more than $67,000 in accrued interest, and recovered approximately $6,400 in legal and recording costs associated with the account. This example demonstrates that the legal and filing expenses incurred through our collection process are not only recoverable, but often produce a significant return for the city while returning properties to good standing. The requested transfer will replenish our Registry of Deeds account balance and provide funding for anticipated end-of-the-year legal and filing expenses, ensuring that we can continue these collection activities without interruption. The funding source is available due to projected surplus in the FICA/Medicare account, which has historically ended the fiscal year with excess funds and is expected to do so again in fiscal '26. Thank you for your considerations on these requests. I respectfully request that the committee's favorable recommendations on items 6, 7, and 8 respectfully submitted. Rory Casey, City Treasurer. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the transfer?
Second,
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye. Thank you, and this will come up during budget hearings, and you can talk about that. Okay, Mike, you want to take your usual desk? Thank you. Okay. So whenever you're ready, we're on
Motion
item
to
number
take up-
9.
Motion to take up item number 9 off the table.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Excuse me, order that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $23,089, wait a minute, $20,389.79 as follows. From pay motor equipment, $20,389.79, to motor vehicle fuel, $18,646.32, and repair and maintenance of vehicles, $1743.47, for a total of $20,389.79. So, questions? Or Mike, would you like to comment on this first?
Yeah, we've had a vacancy in one of the motor equipment repairman positions, and we have deficits in these accounts. The fuel and costs of running the equipment this year is, I don't know if it's been unusually high. I'm not completely certain of the history. I feel like this is probably a regular visit every year for these items, but the fuel and repair costs have been up there, and the trucks were running a lot more this winter than in some of the past winters. So these things, they all adds up.
Are they diesel?
Yes.
Yeah, which is really tough, really tough. Question?
Most of them are diesel.
Yeah.
They're not all diesel, but all the big ones are.
Yeah. Okay, questions for Mike?
No. Motion to approve the transfer?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, item number 10.
Motion to take up item number 10 off the table.
Second.
Ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in the fiscal year 2026, $5,866.02 as follows. Pay office manager $5,866.02. To uniform rental $4,721.02, and dues and subscriptions $1,145, for a total of $5,866.02. Questions?
Okay.
Just,
Go ahead, Counselor Sullivan.
yep. Wondering, is the office manager vacant or?
No, the office manager position was vacant at the beginning of the fiscal year. Jennifer.
That's right.
Jennifer started in September, I believe. So there's a little bit of money left in available in surplus in that line item. Yeah.
Okay.
And how did we run so short on uniform rental then?
I am not certain, to tell you the truth. I think it's because of, I think it's a combination of there probably has not been enough budgeted. I think it's been budgeted the same every year for quite a few years, and I think turnover creates added uniform costs too in the.
No, I'm glad, thanks, Mike. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's what I was trying to get around to. Turnover. Once again, turnover.
Yeah,
Costs more than we.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not, the uniform company's not just gonna keep, there's costs associated with them providing new uniforms for employees.
Yep.
Oh, we're not going to give an old uniform to a new employee.
Right.
No,
right.
no,
Soiled.
yeah,
No, really.
I
yeah.
think we run a Goodwill store, right?
Any other questions?
Motion to approve the transfer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right, that was item 10. Now we take up item number 11.
Motion to take up item number 11 off the table.
Second.
Thank you. Order that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $11,436 as followed. Pay hoisting equipment, $11,436. To Energy Train Station, $458.30. Repair and maintenance of City Hall, $196.44. Repair and maintenance, City Hall Annex, $3,066.94. Repair and maintenance of Central Fire Station, $2,092.49. Repair and maintenance Ellenwood Fire Station, is this correct? Did I,
$3,562.24.
I got that, but where's 2?
And then, yeah, there's, the other one's Highland.
Where is it? What do you have on yours? Because I don't have that. Okay. All right, so Holyoke Fire Station, 600 and, actually, okay, there it is there. Okay, for a total of 11,436. And okay,
You want to kind of, this was Nicole's,
okay, because
in case you want to.
right, okay. I'm just, I want to know, it says 2, but where's, okay, from and to, okay, we got it. So do we have any questions? A lot of repair and maintenance going on, which I know they need.
Yeah,
It's not unneeded, that's for sure. You want to
So
say?
that, it's an ongoing battle with a lot of our buildings. There's, there's a lot of these buildings are older buildings, and I hope we can start to make some headway on these buildings. There's like a lot of building improvement initiatives that are starting. It's Councilor Sullivan's on one committee with me, but these buildings, I quite honestly, none of them probably end up with enough funding, and
Yeah.
we do try to limit the expenses, and it's like we're hoping, like when I was in there on my budget meeting, and we're restoring a building maintenance man position. Hopefully that starts to defer some of these costs too on the jobs that we can send him to do in-house. I wouldn't dare go so far as to promise that the costs will go down, because it seems like the price of everything goes up, and
Yeah.
these buildings just keep getting another year older.
Yeah,
But we do on the hoisting operator position that we're drawing money from here is we had an employee fill the position, and then he quit back in January, right before that major snowstorm, and I haven't had a hoisting operator to fill the position with. So it's we're basically what we're going through is wherever we've had vacancies throughout the years, where we're pulling most of the money from right
yeah.
now.
Okay. Questions, anybody?
I would just make my standard comment, which I've probably made a dozen times throughout the year. Here we go with the hoisting equipment operator, a vital position in the DPW. Never fully staffed, with constant turnover out to the private sector.
Would you say because of the salary?
Because, right,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
and, I'll let it go.
Okay. So do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve the transfer.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So-
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion to take up item number 12 off the table.
Item number second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $31,646.99 as follows. From pay parks maintenance, $31,646.99, to energy, gas, oil, electric, $6,941.93, water and sewer, $18,739.90, supplies, other, $5,965.16, for a total of $31,646.99. So, Mike?
Yeah, well, it's same surplus in the parks maintenance man line. This one, we're making headway on, we're close to fully staffing those positions. We had I explained back in the budget hearings too, we've had some turnover there, and we had a few employees that had been out long-term that are no longer with us, that, they held up these positions for a while.
Oh, sure.
But it creates a surplus there in the line that we're able to use for, these different utility transfers. If you look at looking at the line numbers, they're for utilities at some of the parks, like where I didn't bring a specific list of exactly which parks utility bills they are, but waters comes on for like things like the sprinklers, splash pads, and things like that, and some of the other facilities that use energy. And
Yeah.
I wish I had thought to bring a list of exactly which facilities these overran.
Yeah.
But these are more counts that are in a deficit right now.
Okay. Questions?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yep.
Counselor Sullivan?
Mike, just off the top of your head, do you know the water and sewer one is particularly high? Has that been running at a deficit all year?
What I've been told is that there's certain water usage that's been historically underfunded, and I'm not sure why it's always historically underfunded. This is my first budget cycle, and since I've taken over as the director, I've been learning a lot about some of these things, and I have pretty much all new office staff too, and they had to figure out some of the way the accounts are listed. They don't always make sense. They don't a water bill won't necessarily say Springdale Park, such and such Main Street. It might say an account number in Main Street, for instance. And our office staff on the turnover, as like Marilyn, who was doing these handling all these bills for quite a few years, she retired this past summer. Then there was a gap where she was not, where no one was in the position yet, and then the person that came into the position had a steep learning curve, along with our office manager did not start until September either. So it's like, it's hard for me to completely explain every detail. Well, you got parks like Community Field, they use a lot of water, and Springdale Park uses a lot of water. There's to a lesser extent, like Laurel Park with the fountain.
The Carlos Vega Park, the water park.
Yeah, the water parks are mostly where they're at, where they going now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly not certain if this transfer is just for one park, or if it's for multiple bills to cover the water and sewer on the parks.
So, without having to dig into the fiscal '27 budget, is that one of the things where we're seeing an increase in the budget amount based on the fact that it has been historically low, or is it? Are we going to be seeing this again next year?
I'm not certain, because there's some things I asked for higher funding on, and and it was approved. There's others that I think it was funded level. I can't recall every one of them off the top of my head.
Yeah. All right. It's another one to look into. Thanks.
Yep, you're going to have a good list.
Motion to approve the transfer, unless somebody has an objection.
Do you have a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to
Okay.
take up item number 13 off the table.
Okay, item number 13, ordered that there be and hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $381.42 as follows. From Pay Parking Control Office, $18,381.42 to Energy Dwight, I'm assuming Energy that Dwight Street,
It's the Prue Garage.
yeah, $2,982. Energy Suffolk, $2,882.15. Then repair and maintenance of the police station, $12,598.45 for a total of $18,381.42. Questions, anybody? Or Mike, if you have an explanation?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Counselor Anderson Burgos?
So the pay park and control officer, is that the gentleman that, did one of them leave?
Yes.
So that's where okay, that's what I
One of
wanted.
one of them left, and the decision was made to only fund one position this upcoming fiscal year because there's been requests for bids and or proposals, I should say. I don't want to use the wrong terminology. There's, as you know, the city is exploring the possibility of hiring a management company to handle the parking, and the parking control may or may not, parking enforcement may or may not be part of the package once this happens. It did not make sense to us to hire somebody to replace the individual who left, possibly come summertime, tell them you no longer have a job.
No, that's fine. That, I just wanted to make sure that somebody wasn't underpaid, but I just,
Yes.
and my mind is, I'm remembering that someone left. So my next question is, Energy Dwight, Energy Suffolk, these line items, don't they have their own function where they pull money from? And if so, why are they short now?
Those line items, exactly why they're short, I'm not certain. We've been going through a list of
And then the police, the R&M police station, that's something that DPW handles?
yes, the DPW handles, and the biggest hit at the police station was earlier in the, I'd say it was back in the late summer or fall. There was a water service line to the police station that broke, and it wasn't the main line that the waterworks is responsible for. It was the service line to the building that the city was responsible for,
course.
and that really.
So that's what the RM police station's at, not something specific with inside the police station. 'Cause I just figured that they would fund their own, like they have their own budget. So I didn't know if we were pulling from yours.
The DPW has a budget for the police station, and police station also has a budget for the police station.
Right, I just
So,
wanted to make sure it's not something that
the-
technically would be funded by the police
The
station.
police station, I mean, realistically, it's all a matter of where the mayor decides to allocate the money, and in the end, it's the city of Holyoke's money and the city of Holyoke's expenses. It's just what avenue is decided
Right.
to place the expenses under.
Thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome.
Okay, do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve, well, unless somebody has questions, motion to approve the transfer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Motion to take up item number 14 off the table.
If I could just interrupt for 1 second.
Sure.
I see Sharon on the computer. Sharon, are you here for a particular item?
No, I'm just here in case questions come my way. Just
Okay.
here for support.
Great. Well, welcome. Thank you.
Make sure I don't get in trouble.
Thank you. Okay, item number 14, ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $7,692.65 as follows. From pay heavy motor equipment operator, $7,692.65, to special events, $7,692.65, for a total of $7,692.65. So, Mike, you want to talk about this?
Okay, well, the available funding is in the, from refuse, refuse heavy motor equipment operator. There, we, again, currently have one opening. We had another guy recently leave. We got a little bit of a revolving door in the position there. But so we've got surplus there, and the special events overtime account falls under the that lives in the refuse personnel lines budget. Special events overtime account, it covers the St. Patrick's Day Parade, it covers Fiesta Patronalis and other smaller events that happen throughout the year. I've also there was still some money left in the account, and then I think it went into the negative after the laborers settled a contract, so they did get retroactive pays, and the retroactive also applies to overtime and the
Sure.
special, so it would go into the special events overtime line too. And so with the higher pays versus what was budgeted, we end up with I'm looking to cover, there is a shortage in the line right now, and I've also I ended up calculating in we had some staffing for the for Memorial Day week, for the Memorial Day event. We went through it, we had staffing for that. Even though the parade didn't happen, we still had done a lot of prep work for it and had a crew in for various parts of the event. And then the next big thing I have coming up will be on the firework on the June 26th and June 27th. We have the fireworks at Holyoke Community College. We do
That's
have
right.
we have 4 laborers and a supervisor on duty for the event. Between we end up with taking care of a lot of the road horses closures, having the staff on hand during the event for anything that can come up. We put up a lot of fencing and what have you, and then we have to take care of opening a lot of things up when the fireworks are over. And then the next big thing that comes with that is on Saturday morning, we have the cleanup for that event. It's always quite the effort to clean up the Holyoke Community College and the surrounding area the next day after the fireworks. That we have staffing for that. For usually a crew that takes 4 hours to take care of the cleanup up there. And also simultaneously on that weekend, on June 27th, we have a couple other events going on downtown. We have the Pride Fest happening at Veterans Park, and I believe there's also a car show happening on High Street. And so I tried to put enough in there to cover these upcoming events too.
Well, one thing I would certainly mention is that as far as the St. Patrick's Parade, you would never know there was a parade, so that's compliments to the DPW. Everybody says that, the road race, the parade. The next day, there's not a bit of trash.
And it's about everything we do, like for our job, is there's not much that we do that's going to get replaced by computers.
Right,
You know,
right.
you need, as I say, we need boots on the ground for most of the work we do.
Yep. Well, you do a good job in spite of everything else, too. And before we go on, is there a motion to?
Motion to approve item number 14. Motion to approve the transfer.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And before I forget to, we got a couple more items, but I did not thank Attorney Bissonette, who's always here. So thank you, Mike. Okay, motion to take up item number 15.
Motion to take up item number 15 off the table.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Order that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $20,000 as followed. pay hoisting equipment operator, $20,000. 2, repair and maintenance of streets and fixtures, $20,000. Move we take it off the table for discussion, and Mike Gallagher, why don't you tell us
Yeah,
about
well,
that?
hoisting operator position, same story, but the, same position, but the repair and maintenance streets and fixtures account, that's also the account that we, a lot happens with a little out of that account, and we've run out of, one of the things we've run out of is our sign-making supplies and poles and the various items that we need for that, sign blanks, the materials. A lot of signs we make ourselves in-house, and there's some signs that we order pre-made, like stop signs and what have you. When we get flashing stop signs outside that are not part of a state grant or something, they come out of the repair and maintenance streets and fixtures accounts, and it's out of money, and I need some supplies and a few other things, like some of the small work that we do, like if we do small sidewalk jobs, and and also what took a hit on there this year is we do have an annual we have a paving contract every year, and built into that paving contract is also a certain amount of money in a separate line for purchasing blacktop through the paving contractor. Now, Palmer Paving is our normal blacktop contractor this year. However, during the winter, they were not open at all, and there were several other outlets at various times, like Lasso Materials in Granby, Connecticut, that they would open one day a week on a Wednesday, and they charge a higher rate for the blacktop, what have you. But we purchased, like, especially in March leading up to the parade, we purchased a significant amount of blacktop because we all know what kind of a situation we were in with potholes this year, and to throw cold patch or millings at it when I had an opportunity to acquire hot asphalt to do the work, I went with get the material now, get the job done and figure it out later, is what I did. So this line item is run dry pretty much.
Yeah,
And
that's
I still have
understandable.
I still have a little bit more I'd like to get done from that.
Yeah. Questions? Mike Sullivan?
Yeah, no, I just confirm what Mike said. Also, when we have to go to Enfield, none of our trucks can go on their own. We have to hire outside contractors.
No, actually, if we were going to go get a huge bulk amount, we would, but we're able to, we can bring back 8 ton at a time with our own trucks. But I know in the past, sometimes we've sent to either Connecticut or down to, I think it's Bellrica. We'd hire out Curran to bring back like maybe 25 ton at a time. But this year I did send our own trucks on runs down because we were able to get it right in Granby, Connecticut. This place opened. If we had to go to Bellrica for the material, I would have, I probably would have contracted out a truck because our trucks wouldn't have kept the material hot.
Yeah.
All the way back from Bellrica. Curran has a large triaxle dump truck with a heated bed. So that's
amazing.
what Counselor
It's
Sullivan
amazing.
is referring to.
Yeah.
Well,
And it could happen again.
I'm leading around to my usual one. When you have a heavy motor equipment operator with a CDL, you have interstate, and intrastate. So it's another requirement for us to have on our heavy HMEO operators to have that interstate addition on their license as well in order to do this. Otherwise, we're stuck with no driver that can legally drive out of the state to do emergency work like this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Counselor Sullivan's referring to all CDL drivers have to self-certify, and if they have interstate versus intrastate, they need to get a DOT card every 2 years. Our standard procedure, the municipal employees are not required to carry a DOT card, but if they leave the state, they may need to have one.
Okay.
And also, the hoisting equipment operators, besides just the regular, one thing that's come to my attention, we also have a requirement now to have a Class 1C operator. I believe we only have one in the entire city.
Are you talking about the 1C or the 4G?
Crane.
Yeah, the crane's well, the 1C, not certain what we need
This
the
would be for boom trucks.
boom, okay.
Yeah.
I have to do a little more follow-up on that. I knew for the excavator, they need the 2A.
The 2A, yes.
Yeah.
But just making
Speaking
another
of
point, we
foreign
have-
language, my friend.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but it's,
we've heard many discussions about the boom truck.
Yeah, yeah, of
and all
course.
of this. In the
But the
city.
types though, A and
To the
C.
best of
and
my knowledge,
G.
we only have one person with a 1C.
And we should have two, at least?
We should have six. but-
6.
We'll go out and do that tomorrow.
if, I'd love to have multiple employees with multiple licenses of higher
Yeah, I think we all
grades.
would, right? Make our
Yeah.
lives easier.
It's difficult to get many employees with all those credentials because they can make more money in the
Yeah, they're
private
not gonna
sector.
wanna come here.
And, well, it's when they do get all of those credentials in place, they're not gonna stay here for too long.
Yeah.
And can't we contract out?
We said, yeah, contracting,
Like a,
That's coming.
yeah, contracting out.
we're
we-
here?
We contract out for different things, and contracting out costs money too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
So it's
it's
the,
a temporary fix. Sorry, I don't mean to.
Yeah,
Back and
but it is there's a lot of things that we're able to do in-house when we have the staffing. There's other things that we're dependent on contracting out. And some contracting out work ends up coming out of this, this highway repair and maintenance account.
Well, so I guess we're at a crossroad.
And I actually,
Transfer?
in this upcoming budget, FYI, this is a budget line that I've asked for an increase from 70,000 to 100,000. I believe the mayor put through the 100,000 I asked for, and as I figured, I know I can always, whatever money I have in this account, I know I can always make use of it. There's
Sure.
plenty of work
Yeah, of
to
course.
do around the city.
Right.
So motion to approve the transfer unless somebody else has any more follow-up questions.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Just as long as we've gone this far on the topic, and make it brief. In order, if we wanted to pay the hoisting
You
equipment
okay?
operators, the heavy motor equipment, just them competitive, does the union allow that, or does this open negotiations across all the laborers in the entire DPW?
Every position that's within a collective bargaining unit, they bargain on behalf of all of them. The city would have to be able to negotiate increasing certain positions with the union, and the membership would have to vote on it.
Called impact bargaining.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Warren can vote when he gets back. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the transfer?
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Juan? When he gets back. Okay, we're on item number 16, I believe.
Yep, motion to take up item number 16?
All those in
Second.
favor? Aye. Okay, order that there be and hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $1,417.08 as follows. From pay motor equipment repairman, $1,417.08 to overtime, $1,417.08. Motion, we take it off the table. Mike?
Yeah, this is the overtime account for the automotive, for the vehicle repairs, the police fleet mechanic overtime, DPW mechanics overtime, and the account's another one that's pretty much gone empty, and there's work to be done on vehicles, especially right now, some of the police fleet.
Yeah.
And it's just like try to squeak on through the rest of the year.
Any questions, Mike?
Motion to approve the transfer?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Counselor Anderson Burgos, did you want to, your vote on item 15?
I said yes.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on
17.
item
Motion to take up
17.
item number 17 off the table.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ordered that there be and is hereby appropriated by transfer in fiscal year 2026, $11,000 as follows. Pay senior civil engineer $11,000 to professional engineering $11,000. Questions? My only question, is this Victoria? Okay.
Very much, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Any other questions?
Motion
Motion
to
to, nope, go ahead.
motion to approve the transfer?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Is there something else you'd like to say?
If you
Motion
like,
to adjourn?
fine.
That's it. Motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you all very
Good
much.
night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you, good night.
Thanks, Sharon.
Night, Sharon.
Night.